Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earle, and welcome back to the Earle Sports Bet Show. And today I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a show here. We're going to be going over tonight's Olympic action. I'm going to start trying to do a couple of shows a week for the Olympics. We're going to be going over mixed doubles curling. We got 4 more matches for the round robin, and that's the last 4 matches in general for the round robin. Then we have the playoffs for that one. Then we also have the men's and the women's tournament. So we still have plenty of curling to go. And then we also got some women's hockey tonight as well. We will be going over men's hockey when that time comes around. But with that being said, we have a pretty decent slate here. We got 4 matches in curling. We got 4 games in women's hockey. So we're going to hop right into it here. By the way, my records so far are scrolling on the bottom of the screen right there. Curling's not been as good. It started off decent, and then I've hit a huge slump in curling, 6-11, down 7 units. But women's hockey, 10-5-1, up 5.80 units. So we've done really well in women's hockey so far. And but we will be starting with mixed doubles curling here. And we got this surprise team in our first matchup here, going up against one of the gold medal favorites here. And if you told me in the beginning of this, looking at odds alone, that these 2 teams are going to be towards the top of towards the top, and one of these teams is the favorite for to win the gold here for mixed doubles curling, and the other one's in first place through the round robins at 8-0, and they were projected to finish last or second to last. I'd be surprised. Italy's been a very pleasant surprise here. They're 8-0 so far in the round robin, and on the other side we have Canada, who's 5-3, and actually is fighting for a spot in the playoffs. And actually, looking at it, they've clinched their spot in the playoffs because I believe they did beat Sweden in their matchup against them. So I believe the top 4 are set. They're just looking to confirm where they're going, and or 2 through 3, or number 1 is set, and then 2 through 3 are going to be competing for seeding. We have Italy, who is looking to finish the group stages perfect, and I think they're going to do that. I'm going to go for this first matchup here. I like Italy at -120. I'm going to take them here to beat the Canadians and finish 9-0 here in the group stage. So that's what I'm looking at for this first one here. Italy -120 over the Canadians. Next matchup here, the Czech Republic is taking on China here. China comes into this game ranked number 9 in the round robins. They've obviously been eliminated from contention, and the Czech Republic is number 6, or they're second to last, or they're right below them as well. They're 3-5 versus the 2-6 Chinese team. Both these teams have been eliminated from medal contention, and I really have no feel in this game. Czech Republic's gone under the 12.5 in 5 out of their 8 games. And China's split down the middle, 4-4. They've gone over 4 times and under 4 times for these totals. So this one is actually a complete stay away for me. I'd lean towards an under in this game, and if I had to go to a side, I'd probably lean towards taking the 1.5 with China. You can get China plus the 1.5 at, let's see, at -165 though. So that is a little juice, and their under is +110. So if I were to be getting to a play in this one, under 12.5 at +110 does look a little appealing. And so does China at +120, trying to get a win before they are done here in their home country. I can see that happening there. So I'd lean towards China, lean towards an under. I'm not getting involved in this one. This next one, though, Switzerland's taking on Norway here. It's going to be a fun little matchup here. Norway has already gotten a spot in the playoffs, or they're tied for second with Great Britain and Canada at 5-3. And they're taking on a Switzerland team who is 5-3, or 3-5. They have been eliminated from medal contention. And this is a spot here where I expect Norway to use this as a let's get things right type of game before we head into the semifinals and try to compete for a medal. So this is a spot here where I like Norway to take care of business here. I'm going to lay the 1.5 at -125 with them. And I expect an 8-6 win or something along those lines. So I like over 12.5 in this game as well. I expect Norway to put up points. And I expect Switzerland to put up a couple as well. So I see this as more like a 10-4, 10-5 type of game. Norway takes care of business. Norway has gone over this total in 6 of their 8 games. Switzerland's gone over 12.5 in 5 of their 8 games. So I like over 12.5 here, and I like Norway laying the 1.5 around -125 on my book. Little perk saying, "Let go Canada." In hockey, yeah, we will get to that. And unfortunately, I'm fading Canada here in the mixed doubles against Italy, though, and for curling. But our final matchup here, then we will get into the hockey. I'm more interested in hockey than I am the curling, but curling's still a lot of fun to bet on here for me. The United States are taking on Great Britain. Great Britain came into this contest or came into these Olympics as the second best odds to win the gold, only behind Canada. And they're taking on the United States here, who are 3-5. They have been eliminated from medal contention. And this is a similar situation to Norway and Switzerland for me. I think this is a spot where Great Britain takes care of business before heading into the medal rounds. I can see this as a 8-4 type of game, a 9-3, something along those lines, where Great Britain just takes care of business. I also lean towards the under in this game as well. I think that the United States may struggle to score some points here against this good Great Britain team. Great Britain has taken care of some decent opponents here and have actually gone under the total in 5 out of 8 games. So has the United States have gone under in 5 of their 8 games. Britain coming in off of a 6-2 loss against Norway. So I believe they're looking to get things right here before they head into the medal rounds. And I think this could be a lower scoring game as well. You can get under 12.5 for -115. That may be something I add on later in the day, because I can see this being a lower scoring game where Britain comes out and they win 7-3. Like I can definitely see it, something along those lines. So we're going to go with Great Britain here, lay the 1.5 around -135. I think they take care of business against these already eliminated United States team. Are you excited? Yes, I am very excited. I've already bet a couple spots. I have the ROC to win gold at +425 that I got a couple months ago, and I think they do win gold. I bet that before they announced NHL players were not going to the Olympics. So, yeah, I'm very excited for men's hockey coming up in a few days. I believe the first game is on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken here. Let me look on my book here. On Wednesday, February 9th at 3:40. Russia is playing Switzerland, and on at 8-10 a.m., Czech Republic's taking on Denmark. So we have 2 games there on the 9th on Wednesday morning that we'll be able to watch some men's Olympic hockey. But we're going to get into some women's Olympic hockey right now. And we're going to start, with the elephant in the room. Yeah, Canada's playing. We all know. This Canadian team is a machine. This is one of those teams where they're going to put their foot to the pedal, and they're not going to care. This is a team that beat Switzerland 12-1 in their first game. This is a team that won their last game against Finland, who's supposed to be a halfway decent team this year. They were, I think, projected 3rd in the Olympics. They beat them 11-1. So this is not a spot here where I think ROC is definitely a lower ranked team or a lower quality team than the Finnish that they just destroyed 11-1. I think this is one of those type of games where it's a 9-1, 10-1 type of game here. Canada takes care of business. Yes, I'm laying the 7 goals. Yes, that is a lot of goals. Not really, though, with this Canadian team. I think that Canada takes care of absolute business in this one. I also like over 7.5 in this one as well. Around -135. I see this being 8-1, 9-1 type of game. Canada takes care of business in this one. Not particularly close. And I like over 7.5 as well. 1-800? No. No 1-800 gambler. No, this is the Olympic show, Tim. Relax. Yes, I like Canada laying 7. And I like the over 7.5. This is a 9-1, 10-1 game written all over it. Next matchup here. I guess USA beat Russia 5-1. I don't know why. Yeah, it was 5-0. Yeah. And I had the United States -6.5 in that game. That did not bode well. But the United States did bounce back today with an 8-0 win. I had the -6.5 against, I want to say, Switzerland. Next matchup here, the Denmark is taking on the Czech Republic here. 2 teams that, let's take a look at it here. I'm looking at Canadian results. I need to see the standings for these 2 teams, as we have Denmark coming into this game. They're 0-2. This is their first Olympics. This is a Danish team that they lost 3-1 to the Czech Republic, and they lost 3-1 also to to China in their last game. We cashed with China. If you guys do follow me on Twitter, I put up the Chinese money line for that game. And we have an interesting matchup here. The Czech Republic's actually looked halfway decent in this Olympics so far. They're 2-0. They're coming off of back-to-back wins. They took care of Sweden 3-1, and they also beat. I'm trying to find their results here. They beat China 3-1. They beat Sweden 3-1. And I think this is a step down in competition. I think Denmark is the worst team in the field here for women's hockey. We've seen them lose this Danish team to China to China. They got puck lined against China. So this is not a China. This is not a Danish team I'm looking to particularly back. I'm looking to just lay whatever I have to against them every game. I see this being a 4-0 type of game. I'll lean under in this game, 4-0, 5-0. I think that the Czech Republic takes care of business in this one here. Laying 3.5 around -130, I have no problem doing that here. I think the Czech Republic is a team that could compete a little bit in these Olympics. I don't know if they're going to win their group. I mean, if they win this game, they're in the driver's seat to win their group. So I think that the Czech Republic can be a little bit sneaky here. I also like Japan for that group as well. But for this game, we're going to go with the Czech Republic here. I'm going to lay the 3.5 with them to take care of business against arguably the worst team in the field in Denmark. All right, 2 more games here. This is going to be a little bit of a quicker show. It's just me breaking down these games, giving out my Olympic picks, and then moving on with my day. The Chinese, talking about China from that last game where they beat Denmark, they're taking on Sweden here. Sweden starting 0-2 in these Olympics. I expected a little bit more out of Sweden heading into this one. I thought they were going to be a decent team. They've struggled, to say the least. 3-1. I did back the Japanese when they beat them 3-1. I cashed that Japan in regulation plus 220 in their first game. I did back them plus 1.5 the Swedish in their second game there, and they lose 3-1 against the Czech Republic. So this is a spot here where I'm going to look to fade Sweden. I'm going to take China again. China coming in off of a surprising win in a shootout against Japan. So that was a very positive sign there for this Chinese team that they're able to win games other than against Denmark. And I think this China team is a little bit sneaky. We've seen them win a couple games now, and we have seen their roster is filled with a few Canadians as well. So this is not they do have Chinese citizens that are from Canada playing on this team. I do like China. Unfortunately, my book will only let me bet them in regulation. There's no pick'em line here. So I got China in regulation at plus 140. I think this is a Chinese team that we can look to back a little bit here. Coming down the last few games, I think they're going to compete in front of their home crowd, and this is a team that could sneak into the playoffs. We know that the top 3 from Group B make it, all 5 from Group A make it, and I think China could be that third team from Group B. I think it could be Japan, Czech Republic, and China making it from Group B. So I like China here to get the job done, to widen out their lead a little bit there and kind of make it kind of safe for them here. Where if both Czech Republic and China win, they're 1-2, and now Japan's in third. So I like China here to get the job done at plus 140 in regulation. I was looking towards an under, but not at 4. I would need 4.5. Sucks Japan let that. Yeah, I was mad about that. I had Japan puck line, and that did not get the job done. So that was not a good one, but it is what it is. I went 1-1 this morning with that, and I actually cashed 2 bets this morning because I had the over 7 with the ROC and USA as well. I believe. I think I posted that as a play. So I think my record is 1 game better with that because I did cash over 7 with the ROC in the United States. All right, cool. But our final game here, we have Switzerland taking on Finland in this one here. Finland are 3-goal favorites in this spot here. Finland coming into this game, they're 0-2, and they're taking on Switzerland, who is 0-3 so far. Finland came into this one. They got a terrible draw to start off this game, to start off the Olympics. They lost in their first game 5-2 versus the United States, and it didn't get much easier from there. They had to play Canada in their second game, and they lost that game 11-1. So now we see this Finland team. who is in fourth in Group A. Obviously, all 5 of the Group A teams make it, though, so it's not like they're going to be out because they're losing these games. But I do expect a bounce back here from them. This is a big step down in competition when we're talking United States and Canada compared to Switzerland, which we saw what the United States did to Switzerland. They won 8-0. And we see what Canada did to Switzerland. They won 11 or 12-1. I expect Finland here. That they're the third best team in this field still. And I expect Finland to get the job done in this game. I'm going to lay the 3 goals here with the finish here. This is a bounce back spot for them. This is a get right spot for them. And this is a Finland team that desperately needs a win against a Switzerland team that has been struggling a little bit here. So Finland to get the job done. I expect people to be a little bit low on this Finnish team, so they may see some value in Switzerland, but Switzerland's been terrible as well. They've lost all 3 of their games. They lost, I believe, 5-2 to the ROC. They lost 12-1 to the Canadian team, and they lost 8-0 to the USA. So these are 2 teams that have been struggling. I expect Finland to get the job done, though. Give me Finland -3, around -115 here in the final matchup of the slate here. So that's gonna do it for women's hockey, and then I'll have a little breakdown here for my plays, and then I'm gonna a little recap, and then we're gonna head on out for the show, a short little show where we can talk a little bit of Olympics. So for today, I'm going with Italy. If I can speak, here we go. I'm going with Italy -120 here against Canada. I'm going with Norway minus the 1.5 at -125 and the over 12.5 against Switzerland. I like Great Britain at -1.5 at -135 versus the United States. In hockey, I'm laying 7 goals. Still sounds crazy to say, but this Canada team is a machine at -110 with Canada. I'm going to take the over 7.5 as well with the Canadian team against the ROC. I'm going Czech Republic -3.5 at -130. I'm going China in regulation at +140. And we're taking Finland here -3 at -115 when they take on Switzerland in that final matchup. But if this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Turn on this post notifications so you guys are notified whenever we go live here for ESB, which is anywhere between 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. Also, if you guys have your post notifications on, you'll be notified whenever I go live here with these little Olympic shows. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this one. Last Canada game, I was betting every period. I mean, yeah, you can bet the overs in Canada games. Unfortunately, they don't let me bet. They don't let me live bet it, and they only let me bet full games with these, unless I would be betting first period overs with Canada as well. But that's going to just about wrap it up for this show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good luck with a little bit of Olympics action.